Hello, the Big D is live as we get ready to discuss the 2024 National Football League schedule release on the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page, all kinds of other Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook pages this evening. First off, thank you to the Driving to the Top Productions for letting me use the StreamYard so I can stream across different platforms. Secondly, when you subscribe to the Driving to the Top Productions and the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page, see all the content. If you want to see my PJ Championship content, check out the video I did with Matt and Tom on Sunday. We all like Bryson DeChambeau. Also, check out the Big D podcast on Spotify and Apple. So, obviously, the NFL is king. I mean, it seems like the NFL wants to win every month, no matter if it's January, May, or December. And tonight, the official schedule release is being revealed. Now, they're all games that have been revealed at points in the coming days before the night, like week one. We already know the season opening game will be Ravens Chiefs at Arrowhead. We know Tom Brady's first Fox assignment will be Dallas and Cleveland week one. And we know that Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets will make a return Monday Night Football trip, not hosting the Bills, but against the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm like, could they have at least given Aaron Rodgers an easier first game? Because I don't think Nick Bosa would have been my first assignment. Yeah, first game after 4 snaps last year, and all of a sudden now we get to face one of the best, if not the best, pass rush in all football. Plus, the Jets are bringing in a couple of new linemen, drafted a tackle out of Penn State, so things could get hairy because nobody plays in the preseason, especially veteran linemen. So how Aaron Rodgers behind a WeWork offensive line fare against the 49ers? Probably not too well, but we'll look at that. And even week two, it looks like Buffalo Miami will be the first Thursday night game. I know fans in Western New York will wonder two things. One, when would the Bills play Miami? And two, would it be a night game? Well, thankfully for Bills Mafia, and I know there are a lot of Bills Mafia fans in Florida, not just in Southwest Florida, but particularly Southeast Florida. It will be a night game, so Bills Mafia won't have to deal with the 120 million degree heat of Hard Rock Stadium. Might be a little wet, but will be plenty. But should be good weather for that game, week two. And also about the Chiefs. I mean, maybe the Chiefs should just win the AFC North while probably winning the AFC West, because AFC Championship rematch to open the season week one, AFC Championship rematch in week two, hosting the Bengals. So the Chiefs play the Ravens week one, and then play Cincinnati week two. So 10 days to get ready for another big game could be a lot of fun. And then I know everybody's looking forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas games. Looks like the Thanksgiving Day game's not 100%, but looks like the 3 Thanksgiving games will be Chicago and Detroit, so classic NFC North game, Giants Cowboys, NFC East, and then nightcap will be Dolphins Packers. And I know Dolphin fans are probably thinking, oh no, we're gonna freeze our fins at Lambeau. Oh no, because I mean Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, like Dolphin fans yeah. We'll see how well Tua does in the cold because it's probably not going to be warm for Thanksgiving night in a Lambeau if that happens. And then Christmas, there will be a couple Christmas Day games. Chiefs, Steelers, and Ravens, Texans. So we get Pat Mahomes and I'm guessing either Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and then another playoff rematch between Lamar and the Ravens against CJ Stroud and the Texans. And both of the Christmas games will be on Netflix. Looks like Netflix will pay a couple $100 million for Christmas games. So get this, you're going to need a whole bunch of streaming platforms to watch the NFL this year. You have to watch. Oh, and one more thing. There will be 4 games in Europe and 1 in South America. Obviously, Packers and Eagles will be the opening Friday night in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And then looks like the Jets and Vikings will play at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, October the 6th. Then the next week, my Jags, I'm not going to call them London Jags, will play the Bears. And then the next week, the Jags again will be in London facing the New England Patriots. And then a few weeks later, the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers will be playing in Munich, Germany. So 3 London games, 1 in Munich, Germany, and the first NFL game in South America. And what a game to have. Packers and Eagles. I mean, 2 teams that made the playoffs last year. And Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts. Sign me up, please. Although, be honest with you, I bet you Eagle fans are thinking, yeah, we could pack it 75,000 people at Lincoln Financial Field. I don't know how many people they could fit on the plane to Sao Paulo. And then week 17, we don't know the entire week 17 slate yet, but if you play best ball, and trust me, I do. I didn't. In fact, I'm going to take you through one of my drafts tonight with while the schedule is being released, so you'll be able to see my strategy and how I try and stack and bring back for week 17. It looks like Dallas and Philadelphia will have week 17 in City of Brotherly Love. Although maybe with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys there, there might not be any brotherly love in Philly. And then Detroit, San Francisco, which will be a rematch of last year's crazy NFC Championship. And obviously, we know a couple week 17 games: Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Houston. The Baltimore-Houston game's interesting because it's in a dome. So we all like December, January games in a dome, but how are both teams going to play on very short rests? Because we've seen games, we've not seen that many Wednesday games. Obviously, I think the Cowboys and Giants opened the 2012 season on Wednesday because of a presidential debate. And I think there was a Ravens-Steelers game that was supposed to be on Thanksgiving, pushed back due to COVID 2020. But not many Wednesday games. But, the NFL saw the great success with having Christmas Day games last year. Saw what Pat Mahomes did on Peacock. So maybe Pat Mahomes will be like the Peacock, Amazon, Netflix king. By the way, speaking of streaming, the NFL will now be available on ESPN Plus, Amazon, Peacock, and Netflix. Any other streaming services I've left out there? But looking through some of these rumored schedules, looks like the New York Jets are going to be on primetime a lot the first 10, 11 weeks. I think the Jets will have, 5 or 6 primetime games. So, obviously, the NFL wants to see what Aaron Rodgers and the Jets do this year. I mean, we saw, 4 snaps of Rodgers last year, and when Rodgers left, New York season went into the toilet. We knew the Jets were not going to go fall. So, I mean, the Jets added Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses, the tackle from Penn State, and Mike Williams. So, there's a lot of pressure on Rodgers this year, a lot of pressure on Robert Saleh. I mean, it is New York. And Gang Green expects the Jets to win every year. I mean, but I think the Jets won, only 2 AFC East titles? Heck, the Indianapolis Colts have won more. AFC East titles than the Jets, which is hard to believe because the Colts haven't been in that division for 20 plus years. And then, if this schedule is correct, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers might have one of the hardest finishes, if not the hardest finishes I've seen in a long time. From week 11 to 18, the Steelers play Baltimore and I don't know if this is exactly true or not, but we'll find out in a little bit here. The Steelers play Baltimore at Cleveland, at Cincinnati, Cleveland, Philadelphia, at Baltimore, Kansas City on Christmas, and then Cincinnati. Whew. I mean, a lot of divisional games and a lot of big time opponents. I mean, likely playoff implication with all of these teams. I mean, the Rams, of course, made championship Sunday. Philly was just in a Super Bowl a year and a half ago. And Chiefs have won the last 2 Super Bowls, right? Plus, Joe Burrow and the Bengals look to make another playoff appearance after missing last year. And then the Browns. So, I mean, a lot of big time rivalries. I think that second Baltimore game is a Saturday game before the Christmas game. So that would be probably a Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday. Oof. I don't know. I know this. I wouldn't want to play the Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday slate. I mean, I don't think the NFL's moving off Christmas Day anytime soon, but that's going to be normally playing Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday. Because they'll be playing, 3 and 9. I remember the Philadelphia Eagles, when Chip Kelly replaced Andy Reid, played Monday, Sunday, Thursday, which seemed ludicrous. This may seem more ludicrous. Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday. But as we approach the top of the hour, I mean, I know everybody's rumbling to their laptops, iPads, phones, figuring out who plays who, what week is everybody's bye week. Who's playing? Who's got the long travel? Who's got the Thursday night games, the Sunday night game, Monday night game? Who's playing on holidays? Who's getting 3 home games or 3 road games in a row? So we will. I almost wanted to say we will rock you. Maybe in this case is we will find everything. Tonight, figuring out what will happen. I mean, can you imagine the Jets play 6 primetime games? Oh yeah, and all in London too. So that's 7 either primetime or the only football game on TV at the time. What is it? Standalone game. Thank you. Standalone game. 7. So, and this year the AFC East plays the NFC West, which means the Jets are going to rack up a ton of air miles. Should be thankful the NFL didn't send him to Sao Paulo, right? Yeah, I don't think that trip would have been on the mind, although I know some Dolphin fans are thankful Miami didn't get sent to Munich or London, Sao Paulo, because Dolphins are one of the rumors. Well, looks like these Sunday night games have been revealed. So, week 1, obviously we know Baltimore and Kansas City will open the season on Thursday night, but LA and Detroit. So that will be a Matthew Stafford revenge game. Rams Lions after a crazy wild card game last year. Week 2, Bears Texans. So that will be Caleb Williams against CJ Stroud. Caleb Williams' first primetime appearance is early, week 2 in Houston. Week 3, Chiefs Falcons. So Mahomes against Kirk Cousins in Mercedes-Benz. Week 4, maybe my favorite game on the Sunday night slate. Bills Ravens. Every Bills Raven I've wanted to see Josh Allen Lamar more, and we're going to see them this year. Week 5, classic rivalry. I mean, the Steelers and Cowboys met for Super Bowls many decades ago. They've been classic Super Bowls between them. I mean, we'll see what happens with both teams this year. Week 6, Joe Burrow and the Bengals taking on the Giants. Week 7, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets taking on the Steelers. Week 8, of course, the Cowboys Niners will be on Sunday night again. Shocker. Week 9, I'm happy to announce, looks like Jaguars Eagles on Sunday night. So we get a primetime game. Sunday night game. Week 10, Lions Texans. Week 11, Colts Jets. Week 12, Eagles Rams. Week 13, 49ers Bills. Week 14, Harbaugh and the Chargers against the Chiefs. 15, Packers Seahawks. 16, Bucks Cowboys. And 17, Dolphins Browns. Oof. So I thought that's interesting. I mean, the Cowboys on Sunday night, 49ers on Sunday night, of course, the Chiefs. I mean, Lion fans get to see their team on Sunday night a couple times. The Texans on Sunday night. I mean, but I mean, yes, we see plenty of Jets, even the Colts on Sunday night. So thinking about it, I mean, the most anticipated Sunday night game's got to be Bills Ravens because both those teams have been close to the mountaintop before. They've played in AFC championship games the past few years. You've got two great quarterbacks in Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And I feel like one of those teams will make a run and eventually play in a Super Bowl, if not win the darn Super Bowl. Maybe the problem with Buffalo and Baltimore is that Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC. It's almost like the NBA Western Conference with all the good teams and everybody else because, I mean, not that I care about the NBA playoffs, but but all the good teams seemingly out west and everybody outside of Boston couldn't defend a wet noodle. But the AFC's chock full of great quarterbacks with Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, Tua, Deshaun, even some of these rookies, Drake May with the Patriots, Will Levis in Tennessee, Bo Nix. I don't know what to make of Aiden O'Connell going to Minshew in Vegas, or Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. But the AFC's chock full of quarterbacks. The NFC, not quite as full. Not quite as full. Obviously, I mean, Brock Purdy's been to a Super Bowl, but Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl not that long ago. Kyler should be great this year. In fact, I think Kyler's a sneaky MVP bet. I mean, could Arizona beat this year's Houston? I mean, it's a tough division, but they added Marvin Harrison Jr. Trey McBride's a really good young tight end. And, I mean, Arizona beat Philly. Didn't just beat Philly, but that game really wasn't close, Week 17. Not for a couple turnovers. I think the Colts win that game going away. Oh, we've got a guest. Who do we have? Is that you, Big Rich?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh. You
Sorry,
trying?
man.
Not much. How about you?
Oh, not a whole heck of a lot. Sorry about that. I was trying to get stuff together for another one. Wasn't sure what you were up to there. What do you think about the schedule?
I haven't really gone into it. I've seen the Sunday night games. Yeah, just saw the Sunday night games, and I'm intrigued by a couple of them. Obviously, Bills Ravens Week 4.
Yeah, yeah. That's that. I just wonder who's going to run the ball for the Ravens.
Derrick Henry.
Well, is he gonna stay healthy though? I mean, he's to that point. He's what, 31 now?
Derrick Henry's a king. Kings never get old.
Well, okay, okay. I got you. I got you.
And when Derrick Henry needs a blow, Lamar could run it himself. And when both of them can't run the ball, Keenan Mitchell, if he comes back from his knee, could. But that's a story for another day.
Right. Right. But yeah, I apologize, man. I just was checking out what you was talking about on the other, and ended up hitting the link. So
Let me see. You know what I wish wouldn't happen. You know what I wish wouldn't happen. I wish
mm.
these people wouldn't reveal like who's playing who early, because now we knew like half the schedule before it was released.
We knew a chunk of it. Yeah.
Oh, Monday night schedule's out. Jets Niners week 1, Atlanta Philly week 2, doubleheader week 3, Jacksonville Buffalo, Washington Cincinnati, week 4, Tennessee Miami, Seattle Detroit.
Are you a
Week
fan of those double headers?
I hate doubleheaders. I hate doubleheaders.
I was okay with them when it was one game and then the next one, but two running simultaneously doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because I'm like, why are they having you? You sort of lose half your audience.
Right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, week 5, New Orleans and Kansas City. 6, Buffalo and New York. 7, Baltimore and Tampa. LA, Arizona. 8, New York, Pittsburgh. 9, Tampa, Kansas City. 10, Dolphins, Rams. 11, Texans, Cowboys. Then 12, the Harbaugh Bowl. 13,
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, Denver. 14, Cincinnati, Dallas. 15, Bears, Vikings, Falcons, Raiders. 16, New Orleans, Green Bay. 17, Detroit, San Francisco.
Yeah, they should be good games for the most part. Injuries, of course, can. I mean, lest we forget the fact that the Jets had a lot of primetime games scheduled last year, and 5 plays in, it becomes the Zach Wilson show.
Oh gosh, I'm like, how long is Aaron Rodgers going to last against Nick Bosa this year, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fun season. But yeah, I mean, the injuries just make such a such a difference, and yeah, eh, they're they've got things going now. I don't like the Christmas stuff on Netflix. It was what, on Amazon Prime last year or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Amazon Prime hosted a Black Friday game.
yeah, that's what it was. That was what it was, Black Friday. The Christmas games were on Sunday last year, yeah, or Monday
Monday.
last year. Um, and that's part of what kind of screws it up too, because Christmas Day is a Wednesday. You know,
I'm just glad this. I'm glad my team's not playing on Christmas Day. Otherwise, my head would be spinning. Like, how many guys are going to end up with with a cramp?
yeah. And my team played on Christmas last year. I'm a Steelers guy, so mine played on Christmas last year, but uh,
Wait a minute, you guys didn't play on Christmas because you played that Saturday before Christmas.
mm-hmm. We were part
You
of that weekend.
you played the 23rd.
Christmas weekend. Oh, that's right. We were with the there. We were in an Amazon game somewhere in there in the holidays. Was it New Year's?
You play. I know you played the Patriots, one of those Amazon games, but it wasn't. But it wasn't week 16.
No. I mean, with it being, and I would have to double check the schedule real quick, but it's either week 15 or week 16 for Christmas. That's got to either before or after or both. That's got to screw up some schedules,
Well,
because you're not going to have a bye week that late, to give you a chance to actually get some rest. So, you just got to playing on a Wednesday. It just doesn't make any sense.
uh, Well, since you're here, I'm looking up your schedule right now. Let me see.
Yeah, we play Christmas Day this year. I mean, we got Kansas City this year. That's the
You play Atlanta week 1, Denver,
mhm.
LA, Indy, Dallas, Vegas, New York, New York, week 9 bye, Washington, Baltimore. I mean, this stretch, week 11 to 18, is brutal for your Steelers. Baltimore,
Nothing new there.
at Cleveland, at
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Cleveland, at Philly, at Baltimore
At Baltimore.
on a Saturday afternoon, Kansas
Mhm.
City on Christmas, oh, then Cincinnati.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, they play Baltimore on the 21st and turn around 4 days later and play Kansas City. Um, that's going to be tough, especially when it's at Baltimore and then I mean, the travel isn't that bad from Baltimore to Pittsburgh, but you know, that's yeah, they did the team no favors from week 11 on.
Hey, hey,
Absolutely zero favors.
the good news is maybe the Steelers should just stay up from Saturday until Wednesday. You might need all that time getting over the Baltimore game because every Ravens Steeler game turns into a bloodbath.
Well, what they need to do is start out 10-0 and then go from there.
I like that idea. That would go really
Um,
well.
and I mean, if you look at that schedule, Atlanta winnable, Denver definitely winnable, Chargers who's running the ball with the Chargers? He's got a lot of people to throw to, but he ain't got any. They're not, none of them are the guys he threw to last year. He's got people wearing name tags trying to figure out who these guys are. The Colts is tough at Indy. They're gonna boat race the Cowboys. Uh, Raiders are not going to be good. The Jets are not good. The Giants are not good, and Washington's not good. They could be 8-2 through those first 10 games.
I'll tell you this: that Washington game's not going to be easy. I know Pittsburgh's coming off a bye, but everything I've heard, Jane Daniels looks really good.
I hope Washington looks good. I hope they do. I'm not a Commanders fan by any stretch, but I hope they're better. They got they've gotten rid of the owner, which was step one.
They can't be any worse.
Valid, very valid
Well,
point. They can't get it. They can't get any worse. But are they going to go 8-9, 9-8 this year in Washington? I wouldn't bank on that either. But could I see them, winning 5, 6, 7, maybe, and surprising some people like Pittsburgh? They're going to have to play the AFC North, which is, let's be honest, that's the toughest division in football. There's not a bad team in the 4. You know, it, so that's arguably 4 losses for Washington right there. Philly twice, Dallas twice, Giants twice.
I,
Even if they split there, that's 7 losses. So, let's just for argument's sake say they're walking in with 7 losses.
honestly,
Um,
I think Washington's better than people consider them. I mean, I don't even look at last year's team because every time I saw Sam Howell play, he was ending up on his butt.
Valid. No, that's very
But,
valid.
but Washington's better. I mean, Dan Quinn's respected. I think Cliff Kingsbury and Jane Daniels will hit it off. Plus, I mean, could they? I'm not saying will Washington be this year's Houston, but could they be really good? Could they go from the number 2 pick to 7, 8 wins? I mean,
Take this the way it's intended. Dan Quinn is Josh McDaniels,
I think he's
a
better.
phenomenal coordinator, a bad head coach.
Dan Quinn got to a Super Bowl.
Though, okay, were those Dan Quinn's guys, or was it somebody else's guys that got him there? Because Barry Switzer got to a Super Bowl too. Wasn't his guys.
So did Mike Tomlin.
No, he didn't.
Super
Half
Bowl
the guys
40,
on that team were not Cowher's guys.
Super Bowl 43.
I'm talking about 45.
Wow, true. Well, true.
You got to remember, he's been to 2. A lot of people forget he's been to 2.
And those were 15 years ago.
Still been to 2. Never had a losing season.
When's the last meaningful playoff game the Steelers won against a top quarterback? I'm not saying one of these backup quarterbacks, the Matt Moore, the Dolphins, or Alex Smith against a top quarterback.
Shoot. I'd have to sit there and think about who they've. Let me look at this for a second.
Blake Bortles lost. AJ McCarron probably should have lost, but we know what happened when Pac-Man went off the deep end. When Burfict went off the deep end.
I was going to say Cincinnati in 15. That's probably trying to remember who was the quarterback. Was Smith quarterback in the Chiefs in 16 that year?
I believe so.
I believe you're right. Let's look at the box score.
Yeah, that was the game. That was the game where I'm trying to think. Boswell kicked like 6 field goals that night.
He did. That was because it was 33 degrees and wind that was going absolutely berserko. Yeah, Alex Smith was the quarterback. Hey.
Yeah.
Alex Smith to me was a very underrated quarterback.
Well, absolutely.
He was never going to put up Dan Marino numbers, Aaron Rodgers numbers, that kind of stuff. But he was going to win football games. He won football games in Kansas City. He won football games in San Francisco. That injury, which to this day is one of the more horrific injuries I've ever seen, just completely messed everything up.
I'll tell you what, the two most, Alex Smith is probably the most horrific injury I've seen a quarterback in my lifetime. The other one was pre my time. You probably remember like it was yesterday when LT, and I don't mean LaDainian Tomlinson, I mean
Snap Joe Theismann.
Didn't just sack him, but he broke Joe Theismann's leg. When Joe Theismann just won a Super Bowl and led the Skins on another one.
Willis McGahee in the national championship game. I'm trying to remember what year that was.
2003 Fiesta Bowl against Ohio State.
When he was jumping over the top and his knee bent the wrong direction. Yeah, that one was horrible. I'll tell you what, as far as being scary, the injury itself didn't look that bad, but the Damar Hamlin thing, it's, I'm with my family. It's New Year's, and I'm not really doing much radio station stuff. I'm just watching the game. And I see the tackle, and next thing I know, he's not getting up. And I get real quiet. And everybody in my family knows when I get real quiet, there's something going on. And, then they start bringing the ambulance out, and they're doing chest compressions and that kind of stuff. Reality kicked in. And that was just scary. And if they would have restarted that game, oh my goodness.
No way I would have. I would have said, I would have said, I want to be with my teammate. And I don't care if I would have been with Bills Mafia or Houday Nation. I'm like, I'm going to see them all.
If they would have tried to restart that game, I think the players would have walked off the field.
I mean, I don't know how they restarted the game after Christian
No.
Eriksen went down in the Euros a few years ago, but
Yeah.
oh well. Let me take a look at the my Jaguar schedule. Ooh, we've got Miami week 1, Cleveland, Buffalo week 3. I'm glad we played Buffalo week 3 and not week 13 because as you know, because I think you played there in what 50 mile an hour winds last year.
Yes, we did.
Uh, yeah, that's not fun. And then week 4, Houston, then Colts, Bears, and Patriots in London, Green Bay at Philly, Minnesota, Detroit, Houston at Tennessee, Jets, Raiders, Tennessee, and Colts. So, other than maybe Week 9 in Philadelphia, I think the Jags get some breaks weather-wise because playing AFC North games, I'm like, I was hoping that Jacksonville Pittsburgh game last year didn't have any bad weather. Oh wait, it had
Mhm.
rain. It rained.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at Nashville could be a little rough against Tennessee there in December.
I'm just glad we're not
Just
playing
simply
Georgia.
because in Nashville, you don't know what the weather's going to be like. It could be 65 and sunshine, or it could be 30 and sleet.
I'm just glad we're not
Um,
playing Derrick Henry again. I'm like, he always ran for 190 against us.
he did. He did. And, I just hope that Trevor has a bounce back season.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
my
mean
big thing. I hope Trevor has a bounce back.
the Jags have a lot of pressure on them to win because I mean we seen quarterbacks get the deal. I mean last year Jags overcame what a 30-point deficit, beat the Chargers in that crazy wildcard game, and last year the Jaguars struggled. I mean disappointing. I mean true, Trevor dealt with 57 injuries, but
Right. And the other part you got to look at too is that division got better
oh yeah,
because, I mean, yes, Tennessee lost Derrick Henry and quarterback is still kind of, well, but when you look at what Houston has done, not just last year, but during the offseason, Houston has gotten tremendously better. You're going to have a healthy Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. Um, that's going to make a big difference. Um, the division is not going to be easy. And, you know, if Trevor's healthy, if ETN's healthy, I think that makes the biggest difference from the offensive side. Um, Ingram kind of proved people wrong, I guess you could say, last year, because that was not the Evan Ingram that played for the Giants that played for Jacksonville last year.
yeah. I'm trying to see. Do you have a Week 17 schedule out? Because I don't see one.
Week 17 for
Yeah,
overall or just for Tennessee?
no, just overall.
The league?
Yeah,
Let me look. Let's see. Week 17. Yeah, we got that's Christmas week. So you got Steelers, Chiefs, and Texans, Ravens on Wednesday. Seattle and the Bears on Thursday.
oof.
Sunday, Jets, Bills, Titans, Jags, Packers, Vikings, Raiders, Saints, Panthers, Bucks, Cowboys, Eagles, Dolphins, Browns, and
Okay,
then Monday is Lions, 49ers. And then for whatever reason, they have 5 games that they don't have scheduled yet.
that must be the
As
same
far as a
side.
time,
Must be the same
uh,
side.
Yeah, Broncos, Bengals, Cardinals, Rams, Chargers, Patriots, Colts, Giants, and Falcons, Commanders all don't have dates and times.
Let me see. Week 17 grid. It looks like Arizona will play the Rams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've got the games, they just don't have days. It's going to be Arizona and the Rams, Broncos at the Bengals, Chargers at Patriots, Colts at Giants, and Falcons at Commanders, along with the Cardinals at the Rams. They
Did you
just don't have dates and times on that one yet, and that's from NFL.com
did you get a Tampa, Carolina?
for that week.
Yeah. Did you get Tampa, Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina at Tampa at 12:00.
Well, some of those are going to be Saturday games too.
Yeah, and that may be why they're holding a couple of those back at the moment.
Tell you what, I'm excited. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to figure out my week 17 strategy because I'm gonna do a best ball draft. You done any best ball drafts?
Yeah, I do a couple.
Yeah, try and figure out my week 17 strategy because this is the first time now we know who's playing who week 17. So now I've got an idea of week 17. I mean, if you think of week 17 stacks, I love games in domes, so Baltimore, Houston, Detroit, San Francisco could be crazy. Dallas, Philadelphia will probably have a meeting. Who's the other one?
I think
Arizona, LA.
I think the Dolphins Browns game is going to have meaning because it's going to have meaning for a wild card.
Yeah, but as you know, the weather in Cleveland is sketchy that time of year.
True, that's true too. But I mean, that game there, I would stay away from as much as possible if I was doing fantasy.
Like Seattle and Chicago. I mean, I like Caleb Williams, but that weather's a little fun.
Yeah, see, there's a few games that if I'm going straightly off of conditions type things, I'd stay away from Chiefs Steelers. I'd stay away from Seahawks Bears. I'd stay away from Jets Bills and Dolphins Browns.
I worry a little less. It's funny. I worry a little less about New York and Buffalo only because Josh Allen's there and he could play in below zero wind chill. I mean, that playoff game where he played in below zero wind chill, threw 5 touchdowns in below zero wind chill just mystified me.
Yeah.
And of course, running 48-yard touchdown against. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to rub it in. I'm not going to rub it in that much.
Yeah.
So you think? I mean, who do you think? I think the Jets might have been the loser of the schedule because I don't think New York could have gotten a tougher first game than at San Francisco.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got a mad San Francisco team.
Oh yeah, not going to be happy.
San Francisco is not happy, and they're going to be coming out for blood. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think that that's going to be a tough one. I think the Jets schedule in general is not necessarily a cream puff by any stretch.
6 5-1 games, 7 standalone games the first 11 weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's part of it's Aaron Rodgers. I get that, but come on. I mean, New England is going to be horrible again. So you got that one. Minnesota is not going to be. They're going to be okay. I don't think they're going to be great. The Steelers game, okay. That's gonna. They should get run over by the Steelers. They should get run over by Houston on a Thursday night. It's and they should honestly. The Colts. We'll see what Richardson's doing at that point. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by the Jets. That's the best I can give you.
I mean, I know the NFL loves putting the Jets on primetime. I mean, after 4 plays last year, I bet you they regretted it badly, but it's not the cake cream puff schedule I'd want. If I'm the Jets, I'd rather have like Tennessee. I'm like, give me Tennessee. Don't give me San Francisco in Santa Clara on a Monday night, where Monday night and Sunday night crowds are more lubricated than Sunday or whatever crowds.
Well, but it's Aaron Rodgers going home. That's where he's from, is San Francisco.
Oh,
He's from the Bay Area.
And my friend messaged me, and Jags Fins week 1 at Hard Rock Stadium. I'm like, of course we start the year in Miami. That's going to be.
Yep. Man, I got a boogie out. It has been a pleasure, though, man.
No, thank you. Thank you. Tell the rest of the fellas I'm always open for guests right now. I'm going to be on a while.
Okay. I'll do it. Bye, man.
Yeah, just looking at the schedule here, figuring out these anticipated games. Obviously, let me see, Kansas City. I think that week 11 Kansas City Buffalo game is going to have a lot of meaning. I mean, Kansas City does get a break having Baltimore and Cincinnati at home early. I don't like the week 6 bye. Yeah, a couple teams have week 5 byes. Tennessee, Philly, the Chargers. Why did the Chargers get a week 5 bye every year in the Lions? So, and then a week 14 bye. Baltimore. Let me see. Who's that? Denver, Houston, Indianapolis, New England, and Washington. I think the Jags have a week 12 bye this year. Oh, Kansas City and Vegas is the Black Friday game. Shocker. The Chiefs on another holiday. It's the most shocking thing I've seen all night. Yes. Cowboys have a week 7 bye. So, I mean, can the Cowboys go 4-2, 5-1? San Francisco about 2 weeks to prepare for that game. Then Atlanta, Philadelphia, Houston, at Washington, New York, Carolina, Tampa, Philly, and Washington. Huh. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule here. I'm just thinking. I like the week 9, week 10 bye week. So, San Francisco. I think the Niners are the kings of having a week 9 bye week. Oof. Oh, and the week 1 schedule is out. Thank you. Huh. So, Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Tennessee, Chicago, Houston, Indy, Carolina, New Orleans, Las Vegas, LA, Dallas, Cleveland, Arizona, Buffalo, New England, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Miami, Minnesota, New York, Denver, Seattle, Washington, Tampa, and of course Sunday night, LA, Detroit, Jets, and 49ers. So, no Christian McCaffrey on the main slate. Darn it. Yeah. Yeah, Miami might be freezing its buns early and often. And the Thursday night schedule, Buffalo, Miami, week 2. New England Jets, week 3. Dallas Giants, week 4. Tampa, Atlanta, week 5. San Francisco, Seattle, week 6. Payne's homecoming, week 7. Broncos, Saints, week 8. Vikings, Rams, week 9. Texans, Jets, 10. Bengals, Ravens, 11. Commanders, Eagles, 12. Steelers, Browns, 14. Packers, Lions, 15. Rams, 49ers, 16. Browns, Bengals, and 17. Seahawks and Bears. So, looks like we avoid the Thursday night slate this year. Thank goodness. NFL doesn't want us on Thursday night. Now you can bet. Now you can bet games. So amount of primetime games per team. Jets, Niners, and Cowboys 6. Kansas City, Buffalo, Green Bay, Detroit, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Philly, Miami, and the Rams 5. Houston, Pittsburgh, Tampa, Seattle, Atlanta, Cleveland 4. Giants, Bears, Chargers, and New Orleans with 3. Vikings, Raiders, Commanders, Broncos, and Jags 2. Indy, New England, Arizona, Tennessee with 1, and sorry, Bryce Young fans, and Carolina. No primetime games this year, not even a Thursday night. But that's a story for. But an oddity, the Bears and Steelers don't play any divisional games the first 10 weeks, which is unbelievable. I mean, how long do we have to wait for Bears Packers? Week 11. Eesh. I mean, the Bears finish isn't easy. I mean, Packers, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers. Oof. Yeah, and a couple Thursday night games in the middle, so. So, just a big Rich Richardson for joining from Waco, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? So as we hit past the Allen Walk, I'm gonna get a drink of water and get ready for my draft. What are you doing in here? Ah, there we go. I'll leave out my voice. Yeah, all these people saying the Jets playing 6 primetime games this year. The first 11 weeks. I'm like, is it going to be the other two? Let me see. I mean, if you look at big time games this year, I mean, Kansas City, Baltimore, Cincinnati, week 1, Kansas City, Cincinnati, week 2, Kansas City, San Francisco, Super Bowl rematch, week 7, Buffalo, Kansas City, week 11, Buffalo, Baltimore, week 4. I kind of like that Detroit, Dallas, week 6 game. Too, I mean, it's not the biggest, but Sean Payton's return to New Orleans on a Thursday night, but so many big games. I mean, even let's take a random, Philly, Cincinnati, week 8 will have a lot of meaning. A lot of meaning with Hurts and Burrow going at it, assuming both guys are healthy. But I think it's time we get into one of my drafts. Before long, I've got to do one more. I've got to do a couple more things. Figure out just show the schedule is what I think it will be, and we'll get ready to rumble with my first live best-ball draft of the 2024 season. Yes, I hosted my friend Alex drafting, I think last week, but this is my first official draft. And I'm intrigued how this one goes, figuring out like the stacks, bringbacks. Now we know who's playing week 17. Make sure. Oh boy. Let me see. So now I will share the screen. Draftkings lobby. So now I am sharing my screen and about to hit best ball. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Best ball millionaire. 15 million, million and a half the first. $20 a pop. Oof. Ooh, little nervous. If this goes well. I mean, some stacks I'm looking at. I've done, I think, 4 drafts, one Millie Maker, and then three $3 entries. But now we know where everybody is playing. I can stack and bring back for week 17. So teams are looking to get, depending on spot. I mean, I'd love to get Christian McCaffrey and Amon Ra, but that's not going to happen unless everybody's falling asleep, right? By the way, quarterback with best ball, they're all weeks to avoid having quarterback bye weeks. Week 14 with Lamar Jackson, Stroud, Aaron Rod, not Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, and Jay Daniels will be brutal. Don't draft quarterbacks on the same bye week. Oh, I've got the number 4 pick this time. Obviously with the number 4 pick, I'm probably thinking wide receiver. So yeah, I'm gonna enlarge. Actually, I can't enlarge this screen here. I'll go here. So I'm likely thinking either Tyreek Hill or Jamal Chase. And I know one of them's going to be there because McCaffrey, Lamb. So I'm likely thinking wide receiver. So, shocker, Christian McCaffrey goes 101. So, second, probably CeeDee Lamb. Yep. So, what will Landon's 101 do? Oh, I like the dog there. Takes Tyreek Hill, so I'm going to take Jamal Chase. And as you can see, I'm already queuing up T. Higgins and Joe Burrow. Because if I'm going to draft the Bengals, I'm going to draft Joe Burrow, T. Higgins. So, and then checking the schedule, who do the Bengals play week 17? That would be Denver. So, probably looking to draft a couple. In the draft, a couple Broncos here. So, I'll try and get a Courtland Sutton. Franklin. Just gotta make sure that they don't have the same bye week. Denver's bye week is week 14. And I think Cincinnati is week 12. So I can't get Trevor, Derek Hall, or Aaron Rodgers, Atlanta, or Josh Allen with this team. So now we've got to be better drafting guys. I mean, you can see, interesting. So no AJ Brown until the 2-2. Drake London going in front, and Marvin Harrison going in front of AJ Brown. In a draft yesterday, I drafted AJ Brown. I think at the 111. Brees Hall going a little earlier than I would think. Why is my computer freeze? Saints of Devontae Adams, Chris Olave. See, on the point, I'm going to take Devon A-Chain, the running back from the Dolphins. So, I mean, Jamal Chase felt like the easy pick because I could stack my Bengals and A-Chain. I like going running back, wide receiver running back, especially with high volume offenses. And A-Chain excuse me, is as explosive as anyone in the NFL. Now, I believe Miami's got a week 6 bye, so that would be perfect. So, as you can see, I'm trying to get Jalen Water here. Even though it might not be my favorite Dolphin stack, if you could get two Jalen Water, Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane, I feel like that's a great way to start. So who is Landon's going to take again? Who will Landon take this time? He's already taken Hill and Kelsey. You better not. Okay, so we took Derrick Henry. I'm going to take Jalen Water. I don't like to spend a lot of time on my picks. So Monty, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Monty has taken Josh Allen. Took Brandon Ayuk. Since Monty didn't take Amon Ra, but took Sam Laporta as the first tight end. It was funny, last year in all these drafts, Sam Laporta was like one of my hit values. That's right, Alex. You know, Sam Laporta was one of my hit values last year, and by golly, he walked out. So late in round 3 here at the 3-9. DJ Moore just went off the board. Travis Etienne. Yeah, Space Ghost must think PPR doesn't matter because he's gone Jameer Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and Travis Etienne. Interesting. So he's gone 3 running backs. Well, Sweem Shaddy take Devontae Smith. Interesting. So Farrell, if you wanted to stack the Rams, he could take Cooper Kupp or Jalen Hurts. He wanted to stack Hurts and Brown. So he took Hurts, Cooper Kupp, and Malik Neighbors at the 3-4 turn. So now he takes DK Metcalf. Bet you wish Devontae Smith would have come his way. And so Shady takes Josh Jacobs. I'm going to be intrigued to see how Josh Jacobs fares in Green Bay. Well, Space Ghost finally. Oh, he still doesn't have a wide receiver, but he's got Patrick Mahomes. Keenan Allen. So what will hockey 11264 take? Will he take a left winger and wide receiver? Took CJ Stroud. So I bet you he's got Step Diggs, Lamar. All the quarterbacks are coming off the board now. Yeah, I feel like last year the quarterbacks would come off the board second, third round, and feel like the third, fourth rounds where you get your quarterback this year. Zay Flowers, I'm gonna take Deacons. Probably drafted too much of T. Higgins last year, and I'm gonna do it again. Gosh darn it. Yeah. I'll think Dell, Trey McBride. Bet you fanboy, which is interesting. Went double tight end with Kincaid, McBride, Mark Andrews. Like last year, Trey McBride would be gone early in drafts. Now he's still on the board. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna take Joe Burrow. I mean, I've seen Joe Burrow drop in drafts, and I don't know why. Yes, the wrist injury worries me a little bit, but I feel like if Joe Burrow is healthy, he is, if not Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, the number 2 and number 3 quarterback in football. And with Jamal Chase, T. Higgins, that's maybe the most formidable quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL. There might be better wide receiver trios. I mean, the one in Houston. I mean, Philly's got a good argument, especially if you throw in Dallas Goedert. But Cincinnati, get my stack and call it a day. Oh, I'm going to flip it to the draft board, see where we are. We are in round 5. So in this round, Dalton Kincaid, Mark Andrews, Amari Cooper, Joe Burrow, James Cook, Rashad White, George Pickens, Joe Mixon, Christian Kirk, Kyle Pitts, and Alvin Kamara. Well, Rapey takes somebody besides a wide receiver because he's only taking wide receivers. Zero running back. Zero running back. The hero run. So he took Jaden Reed. Interesting. He must not think that running backs exist. I mean, obviously, Space Ghost and Rigby are not in the same room yet, so he takes Anthony Richardson. Well, wait a minute. Where's the stack? Oh, wait. He's not stacking. At least not yet, at least. So, Terry McLaurin, Xavier Worthy. He is stacking Worthy and Mahomes. I'm intrigued how well Xavier Worthy plays this year. Calvin Ridley. It's going to be odd seeing Calvin Ridley in Nashville next year. Marquise Brown. Rome, excuse me. I'm on the clock, so. I'm going to draft Keon Coleman. Take the big play receiver with the Bills. I think Keon Coleman will be Josh Allen's number 1. Yeah, I know who the Bills play week 17. The Jets, so he might get Sauce going, but I think he's got big play potential. And I'm definitely leaning running back here, if possible, in round 7. Yeah, my strategy is I like to get at least 5 wide receivers in the first 10 rounds because if you don't get wide receivers early, they dry up. Ah, dang it, that's the guy I was going to go with. Nick Chubb, so I don't know how well Nick Chubb will be coming off that major knee injury, but he could be a sneaky value later in the draft. I'm going to take James Conner. I know he's the RB1, at least for now, in Arizona. And I feel like with Conner, he's always getting a lot of work. And Arizona's offense will be better this year with McBride and Harrison. He's not going to face 9-man fronts. So let me see. So in 7 rounds, I've taken Jamal Chase, Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Keon Coleman, and James Conner. Seeing a lot of wide receivers coming off the board. Now, a few running backs, too. I don't know what I mean, he's taking quarterbacks and stacking. It's like some teams don't have any quarterbacks. I mean, Monty took Josh Allen in the middle of the 3rd round, and Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Stroud, Mahomes. So a lot of quarterback. Still haven't drafted a tight end, but that's okay. Najee Harris just came off the board. Intrigued how the Steelers running backs go. Well, I'll use this year. Yeah, obviously, if I'm going to draft. Sorry, wrong page. If I'm going to draft. Oh, we are almost on the clocks. Goodness. What to do here? I'm going to take Tua because I'm going to take Tua. I know it's probably a round early, but knowing Landis doesn't have a quarterback, I'm making sure I get my second quarterback now, so I'm probably going wide receiver here. And I'm thinking Cortland Sutton because he's the number one in Denver, and I think he'll be one of Bo Nix's favorite targets there. Excuse me. Yes, I'm a little worried about the injury concern with Burrow and Tua. But to me, the value of knowing I don't have to worry about the quarterback position. I could just sit back and have the draft come to me. Because I've already got Burrow, Higgins, Chase. I've got Tua, Jalen Water, Devon Achane. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's like, just makes it so much easier. It just makes it so much easier to draft, right? Yeah, so with this team, not only did I have my stack, but I got to bring back with Cortland Sutton. So I'm liking the way this team's constructed. I've got 5 receivers. Now I've got to look at getting probably a tight end and a running back before long. As you can see, we are not quite halfway through the draft. Chase, Achane, Waddle, Higgins, Burrow, Coleman, Connor, Tua, Cortland Sutton. So obviously with I've got the Denver Cincinnati stack. Now can I get a Cleveland bring back for Tua? Jerry Judy. I don't know that he'll be my favorite. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking. Where is Jerome Ford? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm getting Jerome Ford just in case anything happened with who is it? Nick Chubb and queuing up Tajay Spears because I think Tajay Spears may be the number one back in Tennessee before long. Honestly, Tony Pollard didn't look like the same player coming off the leg injury last year. I mean, especially toward the end. I think Tajay drafted him in a couple of years ago. I think Tajay might end up being the number one guy in Nashville. I'm not just saying it because watch. Ah, shoot, that coming. Sneaky rats. Sneaky rats. Yeah, figure out. Week 7. Oh, I took Tajay. I like his value this year. Listen, I drafted so much of Tyler Lockett last year. Maybe too much of Tyler Lockett. Took home Komet as my number one tight end. So finally have a tight end, 3 running backs, Tajay Spears, James Conner, and Devon Achane. Looking at Arizona, week 11 bye week, Tennessee, week 5, and I think Miami is, let me see, week 6. Some good there. Just thinking, I hope I didn't draft too many. Yeah, Buffalo is week 12 bye, Denver's week 14, Cincinnati, I think's week 12. Ugh, that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to have problems week 12 in this with my wide receiver team. I can't draft any more week 12 wide receivers. Oh, God. Yeah, we're going to be having week 12 on this team. So, I mean, looking at the schedule, week 12 bye weeks, yeah, New York, New Orleans, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Buffalo, and Atlanta. I know I'm not drafting. Not draft this knucklehead. Yeah, I'm not drafting Aaron Rodgers. Let me see. Who are all the wide receivers? I'm gonna take Jahan Dotson. I think he's a week 14. I think week 14. I've got Denver, but at least he's not week 12. I know I have Southern on week 12, but which week is Minnesota? I think the week 6 bye. Yeah. Trying to figure out who's not on the same bye week can be a pain in the butt. No. I'm looking at Ty Chandler here, the running back from Minnesota. I mean, yes, Aaron Jones could be really good this year, but he's also very injury prone. He dealt with that hamstring much of last year, so I mean, Ty Chandler is a really good RB to pick up just in case Aaron Jones misses time. There's Ben Stennott, the Commander tight end. Yeah, so I'm going to pick up Ty Chandler. By the way, how about this stretch from Miami in December? At Green Bay, New York, at Houston, San Francisco, at Cleveland. Eesh. Thank you for everybody tuning in right now. We are approaching an hour and 45 minutes. We are in the what round are we? The 13th round. Kadon just went off the board in a Tampa stack with Baker Mayfield. So you see, I've gone 2, 4, 6, 1. Got my Bengals and Dolphins stack pretty quickly. Now I'm looking to fill out the rest of my team. Debating whether or not to get another running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end here or there. Tight ends I have in mind. No. No, he took Roman Wilson. It's actually what I was thinking of taking, but oh well, never mind. I think I'm gonna take Isaiah Likely. I know he's not the number one in Baltimore, but Mark Andrews is injury prone, and both of them can be the number one tight end, and if he plays, he could be really effective. Chicago's got a week. Yeah, Baltimore's week 14. So now I'm looking at probably Bucky Irving, the rookie running back from Oregon. Shoot. I stand corrected. I guess I won't be looking at him. Doggone it. think I will take Vidal, the rookie running back from the Chargers. Trying to think who did the Chargers? New England. So right now I've got 2 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 6 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. So probably got to get another wide receiver. May look to get my 3rd tight end. I don't want another Week 12 wide receiver. Trying to think who's available running back wise. I mean, there are some quarterbacks available: Derek Hall, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Drake May, Justin Fields, Bo Nix. I think once you get past Bo Nix, maybe Russell Wilson, the quarterbacks turn, like Aiden O'Connell. Sam Darnold could play in Minnesota, but I don't know. I'm not sure anybody's excited about Sam Darnold. Stafford, so it's a Puka team. Tyler Conklin, the latest pick here in the 16th round. And with this team, I've drafted a couple rookies so far. I usually am the king of drafting rookies. Not quite so far. Yeah, I've got a couple guys in mind. I think one of them is rookie I'd really like, and that's the Texas rookie in Carolina. In fact, I think I might go rookie here. I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take Malachi Corley, the wide receiver with the Jets. The slot receiver with the Jets. And I'm leaning toward Sander. Like his pass catching prowess, especially in college at Texas, and I think he's got a chance of walking in the NFL. Plus, Carolina's offense can't be any worse, right? It can't be. Oh crap! I drafted in a Week 12 wide receiver. Oh, no. No, I did. Ah, shoot! Oh, dang it! Drafted too many Week 12. I remember one team I drafted like 4 Week 9 wide receivers, and I'm like, darn it, idiot! Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. what makes these drafts a lot of fun, right? And they'd be a big pain in the butt. Yeah, figure out who not to take this stage of the night. It's like, I'm gonna take this guy because I don't like this guy, but so let me see how my team looks so far. I've gone 2, 5, 7, 3. We've got 3 picks left. Chase, A-Chain, Waddle, Higgins, Burrow, Coleman, Connor, Tua, Sutton, Spears, Cole Kmet, Dotson, Ty Chandler, Isaiah Likely, Vidal, Micaiah Coley, and Sanders. So I want to get at least one more wide receiver, preferably one more running back, and then see who else is there. I mean, Bo Nix, maybe. I'm not going to draft. I'm not planning on drafting any more Week 12 wide receivers. I apologize. I think I drafted. Oh, goodness. Yeah, at least 3, 4 Week 12 wide receivers. Yeah. It's what makes drafting a lot of fun. It can be annoying. Ah, darn it. Yeah. Where is that Kansas City rookie? There he is. Cement. Oh, we are on the clock. Uh, Elijah Moore. Now I'm probably going to draft Isaac Grindo. At least I think that, yeah. I mean, at this point in the draft, we're just looking for guys to make an impact, once in a blue moon, right? Excuse me. You're not asking for these guys to make plays every week, but if they could score a touchdown once in a while, it'd be huge help. We'll take Isaac Guerrero as my 6th running back. I think I'm going to take A.T. Perry, the wide receiver from the Saints. Week 11. Yep, good. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to have any more. Wrong. I wish I would have drafted Jamal Thrash, but 18th, 19th, 20th round. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll count on wide receivers here. I do think Elijah Moore will end up playing. And Cleveland's wide receiver room is really deep. I mean, Cooper and Moore on the outside, Judy in the slot. So I think Elijah Moore could be interesting. Did I draft any Saints? No, I didn't draft the bot. Well, host the Raiders, so I didn't draft the Raiders. Now, yes, it's a bummer, but have at least having stacks and bring back will. I mean, love stacking my team, and I will take A.T. Perry as my final pick. So my team is Jamar Chase, Devon Achane, Jalen Water, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, Keon Coleman, James Conner, Tua, Cortland Sutton, Ty J. Spears, Cole Kmet, Jahan Dotson, Ty Chandler, Isaiah Likely. Sorry, my voice is going to run out before. Vidal, Micaiah Coley, Sanders, Elijah Moore, Zuccarendo, and A.T. Perry. 2 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 9 wide receivers, and 3 tight ends. And if you know me, that's usually how I like going if I get one of these stud quarterbacks, especially early. I like getting the wide receivers. I mean, if Landons would have taken Jamar Chase, I would have taken Tyreek Hill. And then things could have gotten frosty from there. But I'm happy with this team, and I like the quarterbacks, stacks, bringbacks. I think they make a lot of sense. And, I feel like I didn't really reach for guys early, and then I took some chance on guys late, a Ty Chandler, Fidel, Corley, Scarendo, and Perry. I mean, if these guys come and play, make plays, score a touchdown here and there, that's all I need. So as we hit the 2-hour mark, thank you for tuning into the Big D's NFL schedule release and my first live best-ball draft. And it's been fun. And it's been fun drafting and talking all things schedule release tonight. I can't wait to see what the 2024 National Football League schedule looks like. Figure out, what happens when, who plays who later in the year. But there'll be more best-ball drafts. There'll be more fun adventures here throughout lesser spring and the summer. So thanks for tuning in to the Five to the Top Productions Monkey Spectrum Sports YouTube page, and we'll see you later.